"You can come in now," Commissioner James Gordon said to the seemingly empty office. "The coast is clear." Batman entered the professor's office through an open fourth-story window. His matte black suit, cape, and cowl blended with the night outside, much as the winged sigil emblazoned on his chest matched the bat signal currently shining above Gotham, summoning him from his nightly patrol. A soaked carpet squelched beneath his boots as he joined Gordon in the office, which appeared to be a crime scene as well. He scanned the room. A fluorescent light flickered overhead. The charred remains of what was presumably Professor Herbert Morse slumped in a fire-damaged wooden chair facing his desk. The ceiling was blackened directly above the corpse, while scorch marks spread outward from the body. The building's sprinkler system had drenched the room, leaving water pooling on every surface. Any lingering smoke had dispersed, but a disturbing odor hung in the air. Batman scowled. The smell of burnt human flesh was, unfortunately, all too familiar to him. "The fire department completed their preliminary inspection and pronounced the scene safe to enter," Gordon said. His rumpled trench coat was buckled against the brisk autumn breeze blowing in through the window. His weathered features bore a stoic expression. A pair of glasses reflected the overhead lights as he took in the grisly tableau. Like Batman, the veteran cop had seen more than his share of horrors. "I have a full forensics team waiting for me to give them the green light, but I assumed you'd want to look things over first." He glanced at his wristwatch. "I can give you 10 minutes, more if absolutely necessary." "Thanks," Batman replied. "I came as soon as I saw the signal." He had been patrolling the Narrows when he'd spotted the beacon in the sky. A quick scan of police communications had let him know where to find Gordon. Surveying the office, he regretted that the firefighters had intruded upon the scene before he could examine it thoroughly, but he understood the protocol. The fire marshal had to verify that the flames were out and deem the premises structurally secure before the GCPD could get to work. At least the sprinklers had been turned off, Batman noted, hopefully before the spray washed away too much valuable evidence. He tilted his head back to inspect the blackened portion of the ceiling directly above the dead man's head. The sprinklers had put out the blaze before it could spread too far from the burning body. Completing his initial scan of the office, he turned his full attention to the body in the chair. The head appeared more badly burned than the rest of the body, leaving the face a blackened ruin so that the victim's features resisted easy identification. Dental records likely would be required to confirm that the dead man was indeed Herbert Morse. "He wasn't caught in the fire," Batman said. "The fire started with him." Gordon nodded in agreement. "That's why I fired up the signal. This was no accident." Leaning in, Batman sniffed the remains. No obvious smell of accelerant. Pulling a portable vapor trace analyzer from his belt, he confirmed that no suspicious fumes lingered in the air. Melted glass on the man's wristwatch indicated that the fire had reached a temperature of at least 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit. Not enough to reduce the body to ash in the time that had elapsed, but hot enough to burn off most of the victim's clothing and blacken the remains from head to toe. What could cause the fire to burn so hot and so fast, he wondered. "And the question is," Gordon said, "was he dead before or after he was set on fire?" The detective contemplated the corpse while keeping out of Batman's way. "Can't imagine he'd just sit still while he was burning alive." "Unless he was restrained." Batman inspected the dead man's hands and wrists, which were still resting on the chair's armrests. Ordinarily, a burning body would curl into a fetal position as the cooked muscles contracted, so the fact that Morse remained seated in his chair merited a closer look.